What's good? It's your boy. I'm back with another banging video, and today I got Larry Bird. You know what the time it is. What's goody, Bird gang? For everybody that's new to the content, make sure you liking and subscribing, bro. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the highlights of my day, getting to the Bird reactions. We've been doing music. We got a lot of stuff, man. I've been trying to get a lot of basketball reactions done because that's kind of the niche on the channel. That's what's got us to where we are. So you know what I'm saying? I always try to make sure we get it in. So today we got NBA legends on why Larry Bird was a cold killer. You know what I'm saying? So this sounded like a good one to watch. I don't know about y'all, but I know he was a stone cold killer. They talk about the trash talk. He was one of the greatest trash talkers. But it's a lot of things we missed out on, man. So I'll be trying to catch as many of these videos as possible. I appreciate you guys for showing so much love. But if you're new to the content, make sure you're subscribing. If you've already subscribed, I appreciate you. Appreciate you joining the fam. Also like the video. Let's like this video, get it up to 5,000 likes. If it ain't at 5,000 likes yet, please like it. You feel me? The more likes it gets, the way the YouTube algorithm works, YouTube won't show it to more people. But I ain't gonna hold y'all up no longer. Let's just go ahead and jump into the video. Let's get it.
And he's going to the line.
Hey guys, this is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hey guys, good day to y'all. How's it going? My name is Sean David, and I welcome you back to the Basketball Time Machine, your NBA
Make sure y'all subscribe to my guy Sean
In today's
David. I
episode,
love his
again, I want
videos.
to talk about Larry Bird and take a look at NBA legends, giving their best stories about Larry Legend. And also, I think I found some new clips that you hopefully have not seen before. But before we start with that, let me ask you guys for a small favor. If you're new to the show, please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you enjoy the content. All right,
I subscribe, my guy.
Let's
Love
get
your
right
content.
down into it.
Let's get it.
Now the first clip that I want to take a look at is from Isaiah Thomas, and this one is pretty interesting because Dennis Rodman made some kind of outlandish comments about Larry Bird. And if you remember, like back in the days in the 80s, Rodman already said something about Larry Bird. Isaiah Thomas confirmed it, and Isaiah got into big trouble, but this time he learned from his mistakes. Let's take a look.
Dennis Rodman said that if Larry Bird played today, he'll have to play over in the European League because of the way the game is in 2023.
Here's what I'm not going to do today, because you do have to learn from your experiences.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
Only thing I'm going to say is, that's what Rodman said. If Larry Bird was playing today, he would still be the MVP of the league, and his team would still be winning championships. Because we just watched the Joker, who is very similar to Larry Bird, take his Denver Nuggets team and win the championship. If I look at these two players, and if I'm saying they're similar, then Bird probably win 2 or 3 championships in this era also.
In this era right now.
Out of all the players we played against, when Larry Bird played basketball, we were most afraid of him. And it's hard for young people to understand, because those of us who was around in the 80s, who really got to see him and the Boston Celtics play, he just didn't miss. And when he missed, you were shocked that he missed. 33 and green, he was the dude.
And the next story that we're going to take a look at is from John Spider Sally. He obviously played for the Detroit Bad Boy Pistons.
Hey, I appreciate it. On top of the fact, well, I feel like Isaiah, you know what I'm saying, maybe he said, I hope that he just didn't say that just because he knew he would have got a certain type of backlash from that. You feel me? I like the fact that he didn't just go ahead and agree with Rodman, but he did it before, so he kind of brought it up and he was like, I'm not going to make that same mistake. But I appreciate the fact that, you know, as growing as a person, he learned from that mistake. It's all about growth, you know what I'm saying? That's a big part of the channel. But also, you know, that in my opinion, I couldn't say it better myself. Like, Jokic is a great example, but Larry Bird, I feel like is a little quicker. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say a better defender, but a more versatile defender. You know what I'm saying? He could guard more positions, in my opinion. I don't think Jokic could guard like a PG or something. I think Larry Bird could do at least an okay job on a guard. So, yeah, he would be a great stretch 4. He could actually play the 5 at 6'9", 6'10", you know what I'm saying? He could play the 2. I'd say the 2 or the 3 through 5. Like, he'd be a deadly sniper. He'd shoot a lot more threes, so I think his 3-point percentage might be higher. You know what I'm saying? Even if it wasn't higher, he'd make a lot more threes. He would devastate the league nowadays. I don't know what Dennis Rodman is talking about. I don't think he was ever a high IQ player anyway. He was just one of those high energy players. So I don't see why we, you know what I'm saying? Let's just jump back into it.
And we have so many matchups against Larry Bird, and yeah, he just tells you again about the confidence of Larry Legend. Let's take a look.
You know, we kind of knew. You knew who was better. Nowadays, you don't know. I would be afraid to play against Luka. I'm telling you personally, that's how good he is. And I know Larry Bird. He's this much below Larry Bird, or maybe that much. But Larry Bird would put fear in me and everyone else, just like Luka does.
So when you said that Larry would put the fear
I think
in
that's
you,
a good
like,
comparison.
walk me through that. What do you mean by that?
Larry knew me since I was a sophomore because we would go up there. It's not illegal to go up and be at a camp in Marshville, in Boston, and you work in a camp, but really you're there to play against those nighttime games. So Larry knew who I was, and I get in. Chuck Daly has me starting one time, and Larry looks around and goes, "What's up, Sal?" I said, "No." He goes, "You on me?" I said, "Yeah, I got size on you right now. I've been watching every movie." He goes, "Y'all not double teaming?" And he's looking around. He goes, "Yo." I go, "Nah, it's just me, fella." He goes, "Mouse in the house. Mouse in the house." And they change the play, and he catches the ball. He does this, and he shoots it. He says, "Sal, you better ask for a double team, bro." I got 2 quick fouls because I'm smart like that. Yeah, he was, and he was always in shape, and he hated Bill Laimbeer.
Larry could
He
just
hated
flat
Bill
out
Laimbeer.
score and give you numbers and be talking shit. There were times I had to guard him. You know the player's coming, but he would tell you what's coming. And he says, if you trail, I'm going to trail into the lane and do a little floater. And he said, if you fucking pop, he said, if you try to get over the top, he said, I'm going to pop to that corner and bust a jumper in your face. I'm like,
Tell him exactly.
I'm all up on him. You know, I got his shirt tail. I'm holding it. You know, I'm like, you know where I'm from. I'm from Gastonia. I mean, he ain't talking. He ain't gonna. Sure enough, man. The ball comes in. DJ takes a couple dribbles. I'm quick. I'm quick enough. I think I can get over the top. I get over the top. I get out there, but he pops to the corner and I'm running. He kind of waiting. You know, he was an asshole.
Like, what was it about Bird that was so special? Listen, I hate when they compare people to Larry. Yeah, Larry was a phenomenon.
Company. If he could get his shot off, he felt like we was going to win the ball game.
Yeah, Rob, I wish you would have played against him, man. Larry Bird was the biggest shit talker in the league back in the day. He would tell you exactly where he was going, what he was going to do. And he did that to us in the finals. He was like, guys, don't worry about it. I'm going to go right over here to the corner. I'm going to catch the ball
In the
and shoot it, and
finals?
ain't shit y'all can do about it. I mean, just like, and he did exactly that. You know, so I wish you would have got a chance to play against him.
You know, because I always think about that moment. I don't know how true this is, but you remember the time when he was playing Atlanta and he told the guy, he says, I'm going to bank a 3 on you. And the guy just bullshit. So,
yeah. On the out-of-bounds play.
Throughout the game, he never got sick. He said, you know what? He goes back in the game. I think he had like 50 points that game or something.
I noticed it because Kevin McHale ended up having the most points ever scored by a Boston Celtics.
Oh, yeah, I like that story.
And Larry told him he should have got 60 because he broke it against Atlanta like 2 or 3 days later.
Yeah, and it was in the bench. Atlanta bench got in trouble because they out here rooting for. I'm like,
you can see it. I mean, if you go back and look at the tape, you can see
That's
the
an
bench every shot he
story,
made.
bro. Larry is him.
Like he unbanked this one. And it's like, see, that's what you want because when someone's telling you what they can do and you can't stop it.
Larry Bird basically taught me how to trash talk. It was my second game of my career, and I'm scared.
Yo, we listening to these legends, and they talking about the difference between their greatness and Larry's greatness. These are all the guys that everybody in the NBA right now is looking up to. They basically look up to Bird. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about the people we put number one. LeBron, the Jordans, if Chamberlain, I've heard Like, all these dudes saw good. They praised Larry Bird, every single one of them. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, at the end of the day, you got to think about it. And when I think about it, there wasn't too many white guys that were dominating in the league back in the day at all. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't want to say he stood out, but amongst his peers, especially, like, he didn't even want a white dude to be guarding him. He was clear. Somebody said that in the comments. They was like, bro, somebody said in Space, I forgot the guy's name, but they said in Space Jam, he was like, nah, man, Larry Bird ain't white. Larry Bird clear. Like, that hit it on the money, bro. Like, dude out here hooping, the color is not a factor, bro. He will ball on you, but it don't, like, he just felt like white guys were, like, unathletic to a certain extent, and he didn't want no smoke for them, because he knew he could get him 50 with ease. But the love the legends give him, it just shows me, like, Jordan, man, the GOAT himself. I feel like there's not too many people that really neglect his play from back in the day, but nowadays he's very forgotten. So that's why I love to come back with the videos for him, and I love to support as much as we can and try to put as many new people on Larry Bird as we can. Come on now, man, dude was phenomenal. But the trash talk, that's my type of game. That's what I do, the trash talk and back it up, the hustle, give it 150%, playing through injuries. Man, come on, man, these babies don't know nothing. Let's jump back into it.
Death already, and he walks out, and he just stands next to me, and he leans over and he looks at me. And I didn't pay him any attention. He said, do you honestly think you gonna guard me, motherfucker? Then he stands up and he looks over at our bench and he looks at Cotton. You all think this rookie gonna guard me? Man, I'm gonna bust you up, just right in my ear. And then finally he walks around, stands in front of me, he said, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm gonna wear your ass out. Game starts and he's just wearing me out. And he came down, he said, I bet you can't do this. And he raises up from Steph Curry range. And he shoots an air ball. And I look at him, he like, that don't matter. It's the fact that I can do it and stay in the game. I bet you can't.
Yo, no way, you can't.
On the roll, started shooting the ball. Every shot was going in.
Goodbye, she's gone.
I guess the 2-pointer was too close.
When he runs by the bench, he goes, that's a heat check. Just see how hot I am. All right, he runs by Frank Layden, who's the funniest guy in the league. And Frank is coaching, and Larry says to him, hey, Frank, don't you have anybody on that bench who can guard me? He goes, because nobody out here can. Frank looked down at the bench and goes, no.
Athletic
now. He ain't got nobody.
To shoot the ball depending upon the team he's on. Like, he can get anywhere he wants to be and shoot over smaller players, and he was one of the most crafty players the game has ever seen. So I think his game translates to any time period.
Larry Bird talked a lot of shit. Bird used to tell me, look here, man, I'm gonna go shoot this motherfucking jumper in your face right there in that corner. And it's gonna be your Christmas present. I'm gonna wrap it up and bust your head open. All that shit.
You go, Merry
He's
Christmas.
the coldest dude I ever seen with that shit, man. Everybody be talking about these greats. They don't be always mentioning him. He was the shit.
You know, before I let you guys go, I want to talk about the comment that Dennis Rodman made about Larry Bird. Now, you guys probably know Dennis Rodman is one of my favorite players of all time. I love that dude so much. And I was very, very much surprised about his comments about Larry Bird playing in Europe in today's NBA, which I think is just bullshit. Come on, Dennis, you should know better. And it's kind of interesting to see how people compare Larry Bird to Jokic. Yes, they have similarities in their basketball IQ and their court vision and not being the most athletic guys and so on. But to me, there's still one major difference why I still have Larry Bird way higher than Jokic, who still is a great player in my opinion. But the one thing that separates the two is the killer instinct, and that Larry Bird would do whatever it takes to win. He would die for a loose ball. He would mentally kill you with his trash talking and so on. These are qualities that not every great player has, and this is what separates the Larry legends from many, many other great NBA players. But you guys let me know in the comments below what you think, okay? So that was it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll see you next time on the Basketball Time Machine.
All right, that's the end of the video, guys. I think he's absolutely right. but I don't think anybody has that killer instinct. Like the only person that has like a close killer instinct to Larry Bird, I think Jordan had like a crazy killer instinct. That's the top two in my opinion. If I had to ever talk about it or think about anybody that has it, that's them, and nobody else should be in the conversation. There's other people that you could speak on, but that's my two. Other than that, I still think Jokic has a lot of work to do to even talk about it, like him being on the level, you know what I'm saying, as far as the legendary level of Larry Bird. Not to take nothing from his game, you know what I'm saying. He's a great player, and he's killing the league with these MVPs nowadays, and just won a championship. So yeah, he's doing his thing, and he's on his road right now, but he doesn't have as much accolades, you know, as far as, you know what I'm saying, as what Larry has. I feel like maybe by the end of his career you could be talking about who's better out of the two of them and how similar their games are. But for right now, Larry is light years ahead of him still at this point, even though he's doing what he's doing. That's my opinion though. But I always love to get these Larry Bird videos in, man. He's a great player, great legend, trash talking. But his trash talking does put him on another level above everyone else, because people talk trash differently, but the way he talk trash is the way I appreciate it the most. You know what I'm saying? You talk it, you tell him exactly what you're going to do, then you back it up. That's not even trash talk. That's facts. I say it all the time. But it's goatism. Every time we watch a Larry Bird video, I hope you guys appreciate this one, man. I always like to catch these with y'all. So I be watching these on my own time. So when I do go to watch a video, like if I catch myself going to watch some Jordan highlights or something, I just think about it. I'll be like, let's just watch it with the fam. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Just I can watch it on my own, because that's what I do. Like I love basketball, so I'm watching it in my free time anyway. So I'll be like, why not watch it with the fam? So this is why I try to get y'all as many basketball videos as possible. I probably would have watched this video about myself, but I appreciate you guys watching it with me. And if you haven't joined the fam yet, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the post notification bell. You feel me? We're on our way to 20K, so make sure you subscribe. I'm getting closer and closer to goals, and you can help us get even closer to that. So if you ain't joined the fam yet, hit the little buttons at the bottom. I appreciate you. I hope you know what it is. Till next time, watch it.